For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
We welcome you to beautiful Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst University as we bring you Blue Jay Lacrosse. This afternoon, it's the conference opener for the Blue Jays as they entertain the Vikings of Augustana College. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to have you with us here this afternoon. Elmhurst comes in with a record of 7-2. Meanwhile, Augustana 4-3. The Vikings 0-1 in the CCIW. And now everybody on their feet for the playing of our national anthem. Just about ready to get things underway here this afternoon. As I mentioned, it's the conference opener for the Blue Jays. Augustana is 0-1 in the CCIW. The Vikings are coming off of a 14-8 loss against Illinois Wesleyan on April 1st. So the Vikings are 0-1 in conference play. So the Blue Jays trying to win their conference opener just like North Central, Carthage, and Illinois Wesleyan did. All three of those teams are 1-0 in league play. Head coach of the Blue Jays, Mark Morrell, now in his 9th season. He has been the lone man of this program, and what an outstanding job he has done over the years. His assistants, Carter Meyer and Mac Harden. Dan Torrey, now in his 7th season as the head coach of the Vikings. The Blue Jays in their home white uniforms with the Columbia blue numbers. Meanwhile, the Vikings in the navy blue jerseys with the gold numbers and the white shorts. And we are just about ready to get things underway here. Dave Castaneda and John Calabrese will be at midfield for the face-off. Familiar starters for the Blue Jays: Marcus Yendall, Jake Delgado in goal, Trent Nyberg the defenseman, Ben Luke, Andrew Freerich, Ryan Camerata, Ryan Swank, David Castaneda, Tony Marbs, and Ben Berkey Berkey, a sophomore attacker, getting the start after scoring a hat trick in the 19-0 win over Hanover back on April 3rd. So the Vikings get the opening draw and their first possession of the afternoon. 4 15-minute quarters here in men's NCAA lacrosse. 80-second shot clock as well comes into play here today. Trevor Moore with a nice pass out front, and the shot and the goal by Mark Teschke. And just like that, the Vikings are on top by a score of 1-0. Mark Teschke, with his 10th goal of the season, puts the Vikings on top by a score of 1-0. Trevor Moore will get credit for the assist. And another face-off won by the Vikings. John Calabrese winning that one. Coming up ahead is Trevor Moore, and he gets stopped by the Blue Jay defense. William Reese, a junior attacker, is a starter. Cameron Duffy is in goal, the junior out of Glenbrook South for Augustana. Steve Robertson, a senior out of York. Shane Forsyth is a senior. Pearson Mapes is a senior. Elijah Grasser is a freshman midfielder. Connor Malley, starting lineup for Augustana. Bring it on top, and the shot by William Reese, and the save by Delgado. And Reese is still down for Augustana. He is not getting up after he fired the shot, and now we've got the whistle, and now Reese comes up. Mark Teschke is a junior starter, and also Paul Huber, a sophomore from Oak Park River Forest, in the starting lineup for the Vikings. So just 35 seconds into the game, the Vikings score. Mark Teschke with the goal, and it's 1-0 Augustana. As I mentioned, Augustana coming off of that tough loss against Illinois Wesleyan on April 1st, 14-8. Augustana actually led by a score of 3-1 against Illinois Wesleyan in that game. But then Illinois Wesleyan, with 6 consecutive goals in about an 8.5-minute stretch, took the lead that they would never relinquish, and they went on to win 14-8. Vikings stave off a Blue Jay attack. Now the ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by Andrew Freerich. Blue Jays on the attack here. I should mention that today it is Senior Day here at Langhorst Field, and unlike other sports like volleyball and basketball where they had the Senior Day recognitions before the game, today for men's lacrosse, they are honoring the seniors at the conclusion of the game. So please stay logged on. After the game, we will have the Senior Day celebration and recognizing the 8 seniors a part of this Blue Jay men's lacrosse team. So stick around after the game for Senior Day here from Langhorst Field. Shot by Nordman is wide to the left. Good opportunity that time by Nordman, but it just went wide. Still 1-0. Blue Jays in possession. Augustana getting the first goal of the game. The Blue Jays, by the way, are averaging 13 goals per game. Meanwhile, the Vikings are averaging 10.43 goals per contest. Ben Luke, and his shot is wide to the right, but the Blue Jays will gain possession of it again. 13 seconds on the shot clock here for the Blue Jays. Freerich comes outside behind the cage, curling up, gives it to Marcus Yandal. Now it's Nordman at the point. His shot is off. Nordman gets it back, shoots again, and again it's wide to the right. And there is the shot clock violation. So, boy, the Blue Jays on that trip had about 3 or 4 really good shots at a goal, but came up empty. Defensively, the Blue Jays have allowed 64 goals in their 9 games. Augustana has allowed 44 goals in their 7 games. So pretty good 2 defensive ball clubs here. Oh, over the shoulder shot is good by Ben Luke. The assist to Ben Berkey, and we are tied at 1. Boy, take a look at it here. You see Berkey is going to get the assist, and Ben Luke with the goal. That is number 33 as far as goals go for Ben Luke.
Goal number 16, Ben Luke, assisted by number 99, Ben Berkey.
So Berkey gets the assist, and we are tied at 1. Castaneda and Calabrese on the face-off here. Boy, this ought to be a good battle here today. 10:50 remaining. We are just in the opening quarter, so have a seat, log on for the rest of the afternoon, and tune in to great Blue Jay lacrosse. By the way, there is limited spectator seating here for Senior Day. Basically, just the family members of the Blue Jays players, and they had to be on a pre-approved spectator list. And those are the only people that are allowed into Langhorst Field here, and masks are required. Social distancing, of course. So you can't just walk in and expect to come into Langhorst Field. Hopefully that will change soon. Friedrich picks up the ground ball. Check that. That's Ryan Swank that picks up the ground ball. Here's Marcus Yandal with a shot on goal. And now Augustana retains. Coming up with that ball was Carson Geese, the freshman out of Warren, former Blue Devil. Augustana ball here. Trent Nyberg checks back into the game along with Dave Castaneda, the 2 defensemen, into the game for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst, by the way, coming off of a 19-0 shutout win against Hanover. That was back on April 3rd in Indianapolis. It was the first shutout for the Blue Jays since 2015. So Mark Morrell, I know, had an opportunity to get a lot of players into that game to see what they can do. Jack Preston and Delgado with the save, and it's scooped up by Castaneda. The Blue Jays, though, cannot clear it, though, and the Vikings score the goal. Wow, there you see it right in front. And the goal will be by Steve Robertson. An assisted goal by Steve Robertson puts the Vikings on top by a score of 2-1. Goal number 13 on the year for Steve Robertson. So it's 2-1. Augustana here as the Blue Jays could not clear, and the Vikings take advantage of it. Uselli here now has it as Augustana wins yet another face-off here in the early going. Out on the far wing is Mark Teschke. Now at the point, William Reese, as he will trot off to the far side, guarded by Ryan Moran. And Reese will bring it behind the cage, checked by Moran. Now on the sprint, Shane Forsythe. He passes it out. Good defense that time, Ryan Camerata. Out at the point, mishandling that, Trevor Moore. And we've got a whistle now and a stoppage of play. Trevor Moore, by the way, is the leading scorer for the Augustana Vikings. He comes into this game with 20 goals, 27 points, 62 shots, and 17 ground balls. He had 6 goals in that loss against Illinois Wesleyan, so he is certainly the guy to look for. Trevor Moore, number 8 for Augustana. A high cross-checking penalty against Trent Nyberg. So that is a 2-minute penalty here. with 8:18 remaining. So the Vikings will have a man-up situation here, already leading 2-1. Man-up conversion for Augustana, 24.4%. And they work it around the perimeter here now, a man up for the next 2 minutes. Blue Jays looking to get a stop here, down a man. Taking the shot and just wide, Shane Forsythe, the senior out of Maine South High School, former Hawk. Augustana retains possession, shot clock at 57. Vikings patient, just working it in closer and closer, stepping up, taking the shot. Forsythe again. Delgado with the deny in goal. Jake Delgado has logged most of the minutes in goal. 71 goals against this season. His goals against average 10.57. He's had 66 saves, save percentage of 48.2 for Jake Delgado. Another fine performance for Jake this season. Raindrops starting to fall just a little bit. They are expecting rain showers intermittent throughout the entire day. Now we've got a penalty flag is down and the ball goes out of bounds. And now we will see what the penalty flag is all about. Trent Nyberg is already down on a knee with a high cross-checking penalty. Offsides against Trevor Moore of Augustana. So that will even things up here for a moment. 7:07 left to play here in the opening quarter. Glad you're logged on here. Blue Jay Lacrosse from an overcast Elmhurst University. Opening faceoff, 54 degrees. Bit of a breeze coming from right to left on your monitor. Feels like it's 50 degrees, a bit chilly to be perfectly honest with you. Blue Jays now bringing on top. Here's Cullen Nordman. Boy, he is having a fine season as well. And there's the shot and a goal by Andrew Freerich to tie the game up. Take another look at it here. Nordman with a nice pass and Friedrich with the goal here with 6:49 remaining to tie the game up at 2.
Elmhurst goal, number 26, Andrew Frenchie, assisted by number 14, Colin Norman.
For Andrew Friedrich, that is goal number 20 on the year. And for Nordman, that is assist number 10 on the season. As we are tied at 2. And this face-off is poked around. It's still on the ground. Still down. Nobody has possession. Marcus Yandal goes down to the field, and it's finally picked up by Pearson Mapes. So Augustana ultimately wins that face-off. Offsides penalty is over for Augustana, so the Vikings now back to a man-up situation. About a little less than a minute to go in the man-up. But the Blue Jays in possession of the ball right now. Ben Luke with the only goal so far for the Blue Jays. What a game, or what a season he has had. 43 points coming into this game. He already has now 33 goals on the season. He leads the Blue Jays in that category. Also leads the team, 96 shots coming into this one, so you know he will probably go over the century mark for shots this season. Lucas had 10 ground balls as well. Berkey, nice pass inside to Freerich, who can't quite control it, and the ball is scooped up by the Vikings. Tied at 2 here between Augustana and Elmhurst University. It's the conference opener for the Blue Jays. Augustana 0-1 in CCIW play. 5:28 remaining here in the opening quarter. Boy, both teams are precise as far as passing the ball. They're not making a lot of mistakes. The one really mistake for the Blue Jays, they could not clear it, The ball was loose right in front of Delgado, and it was picked up and scored by Steve Robertson to give Augustana the 2-1 lead, but Andrew Freerich came right back with the assist from Nordman to tie the game up at 2, and that's where we're at right now with 5 minutes remaining. Shot on goal by Elijah Grasser and a save by Delgado. Elijah Grasser, just a freshman, 6'5", 200-pounder from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here's Trevor Moore. Local kid. His shot on goal saved by Delgado. Ball loose, and it's picked up by Ryan Camerata, but there is a whistle. They reset the 80-second shot clock. It'll be Augustana ball. Mentioned Trevor Moore. He's a local kid from Naperville Central, former Red Hawk. Having a fine season for the Augustana Vikings now in his senior campaign. Here's Shane Forsyth. He's guarded by Moran. And the ball goes behind the cage and out of bounds. It'll be replayed by the Vikings here. Rain coming down just a little bit more now. The wind has died down a little bit. Open for the shot is Steve Robertson, his second goal of the afternoon. 3-2, Augustana. So Steve Robertson with his second goal of the afternoon. He is a 5'10" senior from York High School. Boy, the Vikings have Steve Robertson, his younger brother Bob Robertson from York. They have Pearson Mapes from York as well. Of course, York High School, just a couple of minutes away here from Elmhurst University in the great town of Elmhurst. 3-2 in favor of Augustana. 3:41 remaining here in the opening quarter. It is senior day here at Langhorst Field. We'll have the senior day ceremony at the conclusion of this game. There's a shot by William Reese, and it's wide to the left. 8 seniors will be recognized this afternoon, so please stick around after the game for the senior day celebration here today. Carson Geese, the freshman, flares out to the far wing. Geese has it now behind the cage. Makes the move on Keese. Now gives it up, ball is down, and it's picked up by Ryan Camerata. So a turnover for the Vikings. Camerata gives it to Delgado. And here come the Blue Jays on the attack. Ryan Moran clears it for Elmhurst. Blue Jays trailing by 1 here, 3-2. Berkey tries to work his way inside, now brings it out to Moran. Here's Marcus Yendall. Ben Luke behind the cage as they bring it out on top here to Cullen Nordman. Freerich back into the game along with Sante Dybowski. Marcus brings it behind the cage to Luke. Luke gets checked, reverses his pivot, comes this way, passes it off to Yendall. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Nordman looking for an opening. Pretty good defense by the Vikings. Nordman still with it, gets checked, and just tosses it behind, and it's going to go out of bounds to Augustana. So good pressure defensively by the Vikings to create the turnover. Still 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. We are under 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Sam Shaver with the ball now, passes it back to Shane Forsyth, and now back to Shaver. Minute and a half remaining here in this opening quarter. 3-2 Augustana, and now the Vikings turn it over. So we'll see if the Blue Jays can take advantage of the Viking miscue. Elmhurst with the ball trailing by 1, 3-2 here. 1:20 to play here in the opening quarter. The Blue Jays here at home, well, they have taken care of business. The Blue Jays are 4-0 here at Langhorst Field this season. Shot by Nordman, partially deflected, couldn't really get it off, and now the Vikings on the attack. Blue Jays with home wins against the Milwaukee School of Engineering, as there's the shot by Moore. They beat Marion, they beat Concordia of Wisconsin, and they also beat DePaul with a W. So the Blue Jays trying to remain undefeated here at home as they open up conference play here today. And the shot and the goal by Elijah Grasser, just a freshman, and it's 4-2 in favor of Augustana. Comes with just 42 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. For Elijah, that is goal number 4 on the year. So the Vikings now lead it by 2 here, 4-2. Castaneda and Reese. Check that, I'm sorry, that's John Calabrese. And again, Calabrese wins the faceoff. Jack Preston, Carson Geese back into the game offensively now for Augustana as they try to get it. It went over the stick of Steve Robertson. Nothing that Steve could do on that one, just a high pass, and the Vikings turn it over. Into the game defensively for Augustana, Matteo Uselli, along with number 18, Adam Fisher. 14 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 2. Berkey battling inside to Luke, and Luke with the goal. Great response by the Blue Jays as they score with just 6 seconds remaining. For Ben Luke, it's his second goal of the game.
Elmhurst goal number 16, Ben Luke, assisted by number 99, Ben Berkey.
And give the assist to Ben Berkey. For Berkey, that's assist number 2 this afternoon. So a big goal there at the end of this opening quarter puts the Blue Jays within 1, 4-3, with just seconds to go here in the quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds, and that is the end of the opening quarter as we are coming to you live from Langhorst Field. It is senior day here this afternoon. NCAA men's lacrosse conference opener for the Blue Jays, Elmhurst and Augustana. And the Vikings lead by a score of 4-3 at the end of one. Good first quarter this afternoon here between Augie and Elmhurst. Augustana scored just 35 seconds into the game. Mark Teschke with the goal. Ben Luke came right back at the 10:51 mark to tie the game up at 1. Berkey with the assist. Steve Robertson scored that goal. The ball was loose in front of the cage, and he was just in the right place at the right time. It was 2-1 Augustana. Andrew Freerich scored a goal at 6:49 remaining in the quarter to tie the game up at 2. Steve Robertson then scored his second goal of the quarter to make it 3-2. And then with just 42 seconds to go, Elijah Grasser scored a goal for Augie to make it 4-2. But with just 6 seconds to go in the opening quarter, Ben Luke with an assist from Ben Berkey. For Ben Luke, his second goal of the quarter to pull the Blue Jays to within 1. So that's where we're at right now, getting ready to start the second quarter here at Langhorst Field. Blue Jays in the home white, the Vikings in the traveling navy blue jerseys. So again, it'll be John Calabrese for Augustana, Dave Castaneda for the Blue Jays on the face-off here to start the second quarter, and we are underway. Castaneda gets the face-off. He scoops it up and sprints out to the far wing. Tried to get it to Marcus Yandel. Boy, another unforced error. That's unlike the Blue Jays. They've had a couple of those in that first quarter as well, and they turn the ball over here early on in the second quarter. Cameron Duffy, the goalkeeper for the Vikings, will come up and toss it to Trevor Moore. Oh, check that. He passed it to Matt Pearson, number 6. 6 and the 8 look pretty similar to one another. The big gold numbers for the Vikings. There's a shot on goal by Sam Shaver and the save by Jake Delgado. Jake has had a couple of nice saves here in this first half for the Blue Jays. 4-3, Augustana. Here's Marcus. Pass intended to Ben Luke, and it was overpassed just a little bit over the outstretched stick of Luke. And so the Blue Jays turn it over. Just a little over a minute gone by here in the second quarter. Augie with the lead, 4-3. It's interesting to note, earlier this year, the Blue Jays, they played Marion, and they won rather easily here at Langhorse Field. 20-4 was the final. Augustana traveled to Marion and lost by a score of 23-10 against Marion. Both of these two teams beat Milwaukee School of Engineering. Blue Jays beat them 12-7. Augustana beat them by 1, 8-7. Stepping up and taking the shot and scoring is Shane Forsyth as he goes down low on Delgado. Take another look. Forsyth stepping in, goes down. Delgado couldn't quite get there, and it's a 2-goal lead now for the Vikings.
Augustana goal number 21, Shane Forsyth, assisted by number 8, Trevor Moore.
The assist by Trevor Moore. And so Shane Forsyth now with his 8th goal of the year. And now it is a 2-goal lead for the Vikings, 5-3, and a timeout taken by Mark Morrell and the Blue Jays. Mark Morrell, this has been his baby, his program. He has been the head coach throughout the entire existence of Blue Jay men's lacrosse. Meanwhile, Dan Torrey was named the head coach for the Augustana Vikings. Becomes the second head coach in Augustana men's lacrosse history. In Coach Torrey's first season, he led the Vikings to an 11-7 record, a 4-1 CCIW conference championship as well. Served as an assistant coach, did Coach Torrey for a couple places, including Franklin and Marshall, as well as Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas, during the 2009-2010 school year. Last year, though, Augustana, of course, in the shortened season because of COVID-19, the Vikings finished just 1-6. They did not play any conference games last year, nor did Elmhurst. The Blue Jays finished 2-5 a year ago, although they did finish the season winning 2 games against Aurora University and DePauw. So the Blue Jays finished last season with a 2-game winning streak. And this year, as I mentioned, they come in with a record of 7-2. The Vikings 4-3. Augie 0-1 in the CCIW, and for the Blue Jays, this is the conference opener as the rain has come down a little bit heavier now. Blue Jays now on the attack here. Freerich tries to fight off a defender, shoots, and he scores. 12:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Andrew Freerich with his second goal of the game, and it is now 5-4.
Unassisted Elmhurst goal, number 26, Andrew Frenchie.
It is unassisted for Andrew. And so for him, he's had goals number 20 and now number 21 on the year. So we'll see if the Blue Jays, as Trent Nyberg now is in for the Blue Jays to try to win this face-off here. 5-4, Augustana and the Vikings come up with another face-off win. John Calabrese has done a nice job on the face-offs for Augustana. Mark Teschke gives it up on top here to Grasser. Elijah has a goal today for Augustana. Up top, guarded by Ryan Swank. Augie with the lead and the possession here. 5-4 Vikings. Shot wide to the right. It'll go to the Blue Jays here with just under 12 minutes to go. A little over 3 minutes have gone by here in this second quarter. And again, just a reminder, it is senior day here today. And instead of recognizing the seniors before the game, the Blue Jay Lacrosse program will honor the 8 seniors after the contest. So please stay logged on to watch the Senior Day celebration immediately after the conclusion of the game today. Here's Andrew on the near wing, trying to get around the corner. He gets checked nicely, brings it up top to Nordman. Marcus Yendall penetrating, spins, nothing there. Shot clock at 36. Nordman takes the shot, and it's wide to the left. Shot clock does not reset. 31 seconds to go on the shot clock. Berkey from behind the cage. Up top to Nordman. Here's Yendall on the far wing. Freerich curling around. Freerich, ooh, pass intended for Sante Dybowski, a bit high. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Blue Jays turn it over. Tony Marbs back into the game for Elmhurst. Freerich goes out. Back into the game, Bob Robertson, the sophomore from York High School, one of the 2 Robertson brothers. Steve, the other one. Steve with a couple of goals today for Augustana. Here's Jack Preston at the point. Now passes it to Carson Geese. Geese, the freshman. Ball down on the ground. Moran trying to get there for Elmhurst. Couldn't quite get there. It's picked up by Preston. Preston with the shot and the goal. Jack Preston scores for Augustana. As you take another look at it there, it comes with 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first half. And that makes it back to a 2-goal lead, 6-4, Augustana.
Unassisted Augustana goal, number 20, Jack Preston.
Unassisted goal by Preston. Dave Castaneda is back in now trying to win the faceoff for the Blue Jays. He's going up against Calabrese. Calabrese scooping it up as John wins another faceoff for Augustana. Here's Pearson, lost control, got it back, and he'll bring it out. Pearson tosses it off to Grasser. Now back at the point to Shane Forsyth. Forsyth to Sam Shaver. Shaver now penetrating. Nothing there. They bring it behind the cage to Mark Teschke. Teschke got cut off. Shot clock is at 40 seconds. 9:24 remaining here in this first half. A steady rain continues to come down here at Langhorst Field. But as long as there's no lightning or thunder or anything like that. Of course, safety is the number one concern, but a steady rain like this, and they will play all day. Blue Jays now getting the ball back on the attack as they bring it to get Delgado. Delgado to Tony Marbs, and Tony will bring it up ahead. Behind the cage is Ben Luke. 8:48 remaining here in the first half. 6-4 Augustana. It has been close throughout. Berkey, pretty good defense that time by Pearson Mapes. Sante Dybowski brings it behind the net. Berkey comes out. And Berkey cross past a shot on goal by Yandal. Up top now, Freerich. Freerich getting to the baseline, if you will, and his pass to Yandal is not there, and so the Blue Jays turn it over here. And a picked off by Trent Nyberg. Good read defensively by Trent. And he passes it off to Ben Luke. Ooh, that one is knocked away by Cameron Duffy, the goalkeeper, and the score remains 6-4. Great opportunity for Ben Luke to pick up his third goal. Freerich, though, does. The pass by Yandal, and Friedrich has the hat trick here with 7:50 remaining. It is the third goal of the game for Andrew. And the Blue Jays are within one.
Elmhurst goal number 26, Andrew Frenchy. Assisted by number 1, Marcus Yendel.
Marcus Yendel with the assist. It is now 6-5. $7:50 remaining here in this first half. And this time the Blue Jays win the face-off. So now Elmhurst in possession and with another chance here to tie this game up. Blue Jays trailing by 1, 6-5. Ben Luke curls around from behind the cage, trying to find an opening. It wasn't there. Jake Grebe will jog it and toss it behind the cage to Marcus Yandal. Here's Grebe. Gets checked, bounces it off, passes it off to a wing as they work it behind the net now. Marcus coming up, curling around. It wasn't there. Good defense. Shot clock is at 33. Grebe takes the shot and it's in. Jake Grebe ties the game up here with 6:49 remaining here in this first half. Big goal that time by Jake Grebe, his 7th goal of the season.
Goal number 3, Jake Grebe.
So 2 goals back-to-back for the Blue Jays. One by Andrew Freerich, his 3rd goal of the game, and now one by Jake Grebe, his 1st goal of the game, and we're tied at 6. 6:49 to go here in the first half. And this one is still down. Scooped up by the Blue Jays. Elmhurst winning the faceoff. Boy, these faceoffs are becoming so huge. Moran now passes it off. Luke brings it behind the cage and now to Marcus on the far wing. 6:22 remaining here in this first half. We are tied at 6. Blue Jays have never led in this game. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Here's Grebe. Grebe takes the shot, deflected. Into the stick of Nordman, though. Shot on goal by Ben Berkey. And Ben Luke will restart it here. Cameron Duffy came out of the cage for the Vikings. Coming inside, Marcus Yandal goes down to the ground and scores. Blue Jays lead for the first time this afternoon by the goal by Marcus Yandal. What an effort by Marcus. You saw the replay of it there. For Marcus, his first goal of the afternoon.
Unassisted Elmhurst goal number 1, Marcus Yandel.
Unassisted, and for Yandel, that's goal number 22 on the year. Blue Jays on top by a score of 7-6. First lead of the afternoon for the Blue Jays. And boy, how big would it be not only to get the victory here today for Elmhurst against a top quality team, that's number one. Number two is to win your conference opener. And number three, to win it on senior day for all these seniors out here. And all of them are outstanding and have contributed mightily towards this men's lacrosse program. I got a chance here. I can rattle them off. Jake Delgado, Chandler Forster, Andrew Freerich, who has 3 goals today, Ryan Moran, Cullen Nordman, Trent Nyberg, Luke Richardson, and Marcus Yandal will all be recognized at the conclusion of this game for senior day. Blue Jays turn it over, however, or Blue Jays on the attack as the Vikings turn it over. Marcus goes all the way and bounces it in again. Back-to-back goals for Marcus Yandal. This one coming with exactly 5 minutes to go. Here in this one, it is now 8-6. Marcus just took it in a higher level right there, and he was just determined to get that ball past Cameron Duffy. So back-to-back goals. There's a good look at Marcus Yandal, and the Blue Jays lead now by 2. 8-6 with exactly 5 minutes remaining here in this one, and Augustana wants to talk things over. The Vikings call a timeout here. So Marcus Yandal, who was an all-conference performer back in 2018 and 2019. Of course, they had the shortened season last year, but I think it's, well, it may be safe to say that he will have another all-conference performance this season. Him and Ben Luke have been an outstanding 1-2 combination. But there have been so many other players that have contributed nicely. Of course, Jake Delgado in goal for Mark Morrell and the Blue Jays, and all of those seniors that I mentioned. Trent Nyberg, defensively, a 4-year letter winner. By the way, congratulations to Dave Castaneda and Ben Berkey. They were selected to the CCIW Men's Lacrosse. They were Players of the Week. Castaneda is a sophomore from Santiago High School in Corona, California. Recorded 3 caused turnovers in that 19-0 shutout win over Hanover College on April 3rd. He won 4 of 7 faceoffs, picked up a couple of ground balls in that game. Berkey, a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, had 9 points. I mentioned he had the hat trick, 3 goals. He dished out 6 assists that afternoon. He recorded a couple of ground balls as well. So congratulations to Dave Castaneda and Ben Berkey for picking up CCIW Men's Lacrosse Players of the Week honors. Congratulations to them. 4:47 to go here in this first half. A couple of goals by Marcus Yandal braked the 6-6 tie. Blue Jays lead it 8-6. Well, they turned the ball over here as Marcus slipped a little bit. Of course, it is the field turf surface, and that does a nice job of absorbing the moisture. As I mentioned earlier, it has been slight drizzling, at times a bit harder, but throughout this entire contest. And haven't seen too many people slipping and sliding, but that time Marcus did, and Augustana has possession now. A bunch of fans standing on the fence there you see at the top of your monitor, and that shot is off the mark. The shot just a little bit to the right by Shane Forsyth. along that street, as you kind of see in the top left-hand part of your monitor, you see the fans standing there. Along that street, usually for home football games, is where a bunch of food trucks are lined up. About 7 or 8 of them there, along with a bunch of tailgating that goes on in the parking lot at the top of your monitor there. But hopefully that will come back soon at the home football games. There's a shot on goal by Trevor Moore. Jake Delgado with the save. Speaking of football, in an exhibition game, the Blue Jays will be in action this Friday night against Illinois Wesleyan under the lights here at beautiful Langhorst Field, and we will bring that game to you live here on BlueJayTV.com this Friday night, 6 o'clock, final game scheduled of the spring football season, as the Blue Jays will host Illinois Wesleyan NCAA football Friday night under the lights here at Langhorst Field. Turnover for the Blue Jays. Now it's Augustana on the attack. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Pretty big possession here for the Vikings. Augie finds themselves trailing by 2, 8-6. By the way, before this game gets any further, special thanks to Phil Petrusik, who is our producer, director, our camera operator, engineer, audio coordinator, and camera operator. And there's a shot on goal by Jack Preston and a save by Delgado. And Phil making sure the camera lens is fairly dry here this afternoon. He's had a tough job here today. We appreciate his efforts here today. Here's Nordman now here on the near wing. Passes it off to Berkey as they bring it behind the net. Ben Luke comes out from behind the cage and gets checked by the Vikings here as we are under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Jake Grebe now on the attack. Grebe has a goal so far for the Blue Jays. Oh, nice pass to Nordman. And did he put it in? Yes. Grebe with the assist, Nordman with the goal, and the Blue Jays are up by 3. Cullen Nordman with his 11th goal of the season.
First goal, number 14, Cullen Nordman. Assisted by number 3, Jake Grebe.
And it is now 9-6, Blue Jays by 3. The Blue Jays have outscored Augustana, and there's a turnover. The Blue Jays on the attack now. Elmhurst has outscored Augustana here in this second quarter. 6-2 advantage here in this second quarter. So they have done a really nice job. Andrew Freerich has 2 goals in the second quarter. Marcus Yandal has 2 goals in this second quarter. Jake Grebe has 1, and now Cullen Nordman has a goal. Those are all the 6 goals for the Blue Jays here in quarter number 2 as we approach the 1 minute mark left to play here in this first half. Conference opener for the Blue Jays. Shot by Luke is in. Ben Luke curled around and from about 15 yards out scores yet another goal.
Assisted Elmhurst goal, number 16, Ben Luke.
Hat trick for Ben Luke as he scores his 3rd goal of the game. It is now 10-6. That coming with just 53 seconds remaining here in the first half. Wow. 3 more goals for Ben Luke today. That gives him 35 on the season. Leads the Blue Jays in that category. And this faceoff won by the Blue Jays. Elmhurst can virtually run out the first half here. 43 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock essentially turned off here. Tony Marbs trying to clear it. He cannot, though. Augustana on the attack. And the turnover and the shot and the goal by Trevor Moore. With just 29 seconds to go, Trevor Moore comes up with the steal, the shot, and the goal. So that's goal number 21 on the year for Trevor Moore. Boy, that was a big, big play. Individual effort by Trevor Moore, the senior from Naperville Central, as he not only got the steal, but he gets the goal as well with just 29 seconds to go to bring the Vikings to within 3. And Augie comes up with that face-off. Matt Pearson scoops up the ground ball to win the face-off. So Augustana, wow, they've got the ball now, trailing by just 3. Shot and the save by Delgado. Shot on goal by Grasser. Big save by Jake. Jake up ahead to Trent Nyberg, intended for him, and it's going to go out of bounds with exactly 1 second remaining. And Augie will just toss it in, and Jake will get a stick on it, and that will end it. Halftime here at Langhorst Field. The Blue Jays lead it by 3, 10-7 over the Vikings of Augustana. Augustana led at the end of the first quarter by a score of 4-3, but the Blue Jays outscore the Vikings in the second quarter 7-3 to take a 3-goal advantage here at halftime. 10-7. Blue Jays back with more from Langhorst Field.
For nearly 150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
Embark on a journey to a new future with an advanced degree from Elmhurst University. Whether you want to take your career to the next level or discover an entirely new direction, Elmhurst University has a graduate program for you.
12% of our population have a master's degree.
We're in a period of specialized master's degrees.
The advanced degree is a time to get more specific into some areas that you're interested in.
I believe that when you're looking for a graduate degree, you have to be ready.
You need to do some exploration up front to get some idea of what's possible, what people on the outside want and are interested in, and to begin to think about how that may match with your own abilities and interests.
Spend some time thinking about what they're passionate about, what they really enjoy, and what they want to learn more about.
But it's people that may want to better themselves in their career. They might want to look to another industry or maybe even another career. But many are coming just for that personal achievement. It's something they always wanted to do.
At Elmhurst, we believe the educational journey should be student-centered. You'll notice that difference from the moment you connect with us. You'll join a network of professionals and peers who will support you throughout your studies and your career, connecting you with employers all over the Chicago area. You'll hit the ground running, tested, proven, and ready.
I think part of the reason that a person would want to go to graduate school is so that they can get launched into their professional niche. We're able to really get to know our students personally and professionally and really challenge them, push them, and support them in all the ways that graduate students need support.
And we're also in a good position to help you clarify for yourself what your goals are, what your strengths are, what the possible matches might be for when you're done, and we will work with you to do that. So that sort of personal touch, I think, is more than just a saying here. I think it's very real in the way that we relate and interact with all of our students.
And we also help with job placement. The CPE, the Center for Professional Excellence, has been good in helping with resume building, job interviews, whatever it may take.
Our program directors will support you through every step of your journey. Elmhurst faculty aren't just experts in their fields, they're dedicated to expanding your reach with fieldwork, professional connections, and real-world experiences.
We know you. I, as program director, know every single individual who's in the program. I know why they're here. I know what they're looking to do. I know their stories. I know when situations come up that might require us to be a bit flexible and adaptable.
We really have a lot of fun, and we're really good at supporting our students through this rigorous program.
The teachers are phenomenal.
I can't ask for a better school to go to.
By train or by car, from city or suburbs, our campus is easily accessible, and our proximity to Chicago, a world-class metropolitan center, means lots of opportunity for consulting projects, networking, and career advancement. You'll love the flexibility of part-time and evening options that allow you to move at the pace that works for you. In fact, some programs are offered entirely online.
We're easily able to give individualized attention to our students. We can really personalize their education.
Also connect our students with our alumni, building those relationships with their peers, building those relationships with their faculty members. Those students are able to make those connections and build lasting relationships for the future.
One of the things that inspired me within Elmhurst is to take on bigger responsibilities. I'm taking a lot of experience from the things that everyone else has done and from this cohort and from Elmhurst and trying to develop this in our company. So overall, it's been a great experience.
You know, if your company now values you, just wait until after you go through the full program. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
Built on 150 years of preparing students for successful careers and lives, Elmhurst University is well equipped for the future. So come tour our historic Arboretum campus and check out our top-notch facilities, from our state-of-the-art nursing simulation center to our speech-language hearing clinic and our small hands-on classrooms. You'll gain the skills you need to succeed.
Graduate school is affordable, and I think more to the point is a good value.
I think it's an investment in your future and an investment in a field that you are passionate about and want to pursue.
We know that going to college is a huge investment. You put your trust and time in Elmhurst University, and we do the same. You invest in us, and we invest in you.
I'd love to tell students not to look back. You want to always look forward, and they tend to gain momentum as they get into the program. At the end, it's just a wonderful thing when you're handed that diploma and you're able to celebrate with all your friends and family.
Pursue your graduate work at Elmhurst University and take that life-changing journey to your successful future.
My name is Michael. I'm a senior here. I study special education, and I'm a first-generation college student.
My name is Lauren Berryhill. I'm a junior, and I'm a music education major.
My name is Sarah Jean Dickey. I am a double major in mathematics and computer science with a minor in Spanish, and I'm a senior.
My name is Raniel Morales. I'm a freshman, and I'm a psychology major.
I transferred to Elmhurst because I like the small class sizes, and I really value that professor-student relationship that I knew that I was going to get here.
When I was looking at other colleges, it just didn't feel like people cared and wanted you there the same way that when you came to Elmhurst. They just really wanted you to be there and to learn and grow, and I felt like I would be comfortable coming here, but also be pushed in so many ways to grow and become better.
I already knew some people who went here, and I'd visit a couple of times just to hang out with them. I just really liked being around them and being here. And the campus itself is absolutely beautiful.
My sister did go to school here as well. I kind of already knew the campus a little bit, knew it was a great school. I'm glad I chose Elmhurst because it was probably the best place for me, and it was the best monetary decision as well.
When I first transferred, I lived in apartments, but now I live in Stanger, and I really couldn't picture it any other way. Like, I love being on campus. There's just something about rolling out of bed and going to class that I love.
I started out in Chick my freshman year here. I moved to Niebuhr halfway through. I lived in Chick my sophomore year as well, and I've been living in an on-campus house on Myrtle for the past 2 years, and I love it there.
I've actually only lived in Cureton Hall all 3 years. I really could stay there my 4th year and be fine.
I love the community that it brought, that you were one room away from your friends, you were eating dinner on campus together almost every night, and just that there were different opportunities within the residence halls.
A day in the life is pretty hectic. Most music ed majors, their classes are in the mornings and then their ensembles are in the afternoon. So I'm pretty much boom, 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 thing to thing to thing.
I'm a morning person, so whether I have class in the morning or not, I like to wake up a little bit on the earlier side.
So I'd wake up at 5:30, practice, eat breakfast quickly, go to my 9 a.m.
Probably have class till around noon. And depending on the day, I'll probably head out to the local middle school to take some time with my students there, go to the library to do some homework, and then I also work at the library.
Get out of class, go home, change, go directly to work.
I'll usually have work later in the afternoon, and then eat dinner, maybe do some more homework, watch a movie.
Get a dinner or some snacks at the Roost, and then head back to my dorm to do some homework and head to bed.
Usually I spend time with my friends at night, and that's when I get to catch up on what's going on.
My favorite place on campus is on the 3rd floor of the education department. It's the best place to study with the best view.
I have 2 favorite places on campus. One is my house, but I also love the conference room in Daniels.
My favorite place would be the cafeteria.
Sitting in Founders, I love to sit at one of those tables and do homework. You can be in there to have fun, you can be in there to study, and the vibe can be whatever you want it to be.
Out of the 4 classes that I took this past semester, my favorite class was acting. The professor was Dr. Tony Noyce. He is such a character. He's so awesome to be around. It was such a fun experience.
And my favorite class was probably linear algebra with Dr. Crawford. It was part theory and part computation, which I really liked how it pulled those 2 concepts together. And Dr. Crawford is just an amazing teacher. I've had her almost every semester since I've been here.
Post-colonial theory with Dr. Janice Lively, and that class had me thinking about it like all day.
Music theory class, which is probably an interesting choice because it was at 8 a.m. every single day my freshman year, both semesters, which no one likes 8 a.m.s in college. My professor, Mr. Streeter, is incredible, and my class became more of a community than anything. It was a really nice way to come into college, and honestly, my best friends came out of that class. One of my favorite activities is the honors program. I've been involved with it all 4 years that I've been on campus here. I'm also involved in Alpha Phi Omega here on campus. You do a lot of service in the community. You get to build relationships with people in the organization, and you get to do a lot of leadership activities. I've been involved in lots of student groups on campus, all the choral ensembles, the vocal ensembles, and I loved being in late night blues, vocal jazz. We just had a lot of fun and really bonded with each other. I'm also a member of Phi Mu. It's a really fun way to meet people, but also to give back to others that need it.
My favorite organizations that I've been a part of is definitely the Black Student
To Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst University as we are just about ready to get things underway here in the 3rd quarter. Blue Jays lead it here by a score of 10-7. It's the CCIW conference opener for the Blue Jays. Augustana 0-1 in conference play. They lost to Illinois Wesleyan to open up their conference portion of the schedule. Dave Castaneda along with John Calabrese. And the faceoff is won by Calabrese and the Vikings to open up 3rd quarter. Calabrese shoots and scores. Wow, did not take long for the Vikings to score here by a score is now 10-8 as that goal by Calabrese brings the Vikings now to within 2. It's now 10-8. Comes with 14 minutes and 51 seconds, just 9 seconds into the 3rd quarter. Calabrese winning the faceoff, and that is something that the Vikings have done a nice job of in the first half. Get you the numbers of that in just a second there as that ball is denied. Steve Robertson trying for his 3rd goal of the game, but it was denied. Face-offs for Augustana in the 1st quarter. They won 6 of the 7 face-offs. In the 2nd quarter, the Blue Jays won 6 of the 11 face-offs. So for the first half, Augustana, as that shot is denied by Delgado. Beautiful save. The shot attempt by Trevor Moore. Augustana 11 of 18 on the face-offs in that first half. The Blue Jays won 7 of the 18 face-offs. Augie had 2 saves by Cameron Duffy. Jake Delgado had 10 saves in the first half for the Blue Jays. Shots in the first half, Augie had 25. Elmhurst had 21. Turnovers, Augustana had 10. The Blue Jays had 12 first half turnovers. So we're just underway here in the 3rd quarter. A quick goal by John Calabrese brings the Vikings now to within 2. 10-8, and now Elmhurst turns the ball over here. Ball is loose, still loose, and there's the whistle and the ball going to the Vikings. So Augie in possession. Now they can cut it to within 1 here. It was a steady rain all through half, but now at the start of the 3rd quarter, the rain seems to have let up just a little bit. It is a slight drizzle still here this afternoon, and we're expecting The rain on and off all day today. Overcast skies. Opening face-off temperature 54 degrees from Langhorst Field. We are so glad you're logged on to Blue Jay Lacrosse. There's the shot out by Elijah Grasser, the freshman, who had a goal in the first half for Augustana. And it looks like a timeout is going to be taken by the Augustana Vikings at head coach Dan Torrey. A couple of Blue Jays with hat tricks in that first half. Ben Luke had 3. Andrew Freerich had 3 as well. Ryan Swank had 3 ground balls for the Blue Jays in that first half. Marcus Yandal, remember he had those back-to-back goals. Jake Grieb had a goal in the first half. Cullen Nordman had a goal for the Blue Jays in that first half. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here today from Langhorst Field. We're so glad you're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. It is senior day here at Langhorst Field, and we'd like you to stick around at the conclusion of this game. We will have the senior day ceremony. 8 seniors will be recognized after the game. So please stay logged on as you get to know the 8 seniors a little bit better on senior day here from Langhorst Field. 12:44 remaining here. We are in the third quarter. Augie led at the end of 1 by a score of 4-3. But then a nice second quarter by Elmhurst. Elmhurst went into the halftime break leading by a score of 10-7. But a quick third quarter goal here by John Calabrese brings the Vikings to within 2 at 10-8. And now a chance for Augustana to get to within 1 here, but they turn the ball over. Trent Nyberg getting the steal for the Blue Jays as he brings it back to Delgado. And Delgado will flip it over to the far side to Ryan Camerata. Here's Dan Keese now as they bring it ahead. Jacob Hunter lost control. Coach Morrell wanted a timeout. Now this will be interesting. The Blue Jays call a timeout. The interesting part is who has possession of the ball. Because it looked like Coach Morrell called the timeout and Elmhurst still had the ball. So it'll be interesting to see whose ball it is after the end of this timeout here. 12:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Mark Morrell calling a timeout. I mentioned Coach Morrell has been the only head coach with the program here at Elmhurst University. Coach Morrell was a defenseman for Wittenberg College. Had 89 ground balls during his college career with the Tigers, a career face-off percentage of .540. Then he became an assistant coach at Wittenberg. Won back-to-back North Coast Atlantic Conference championships and earned consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament in 2010 and 2011. Before coming over here and starting this program up here at Elmhurst University. And what an amazing job he has done here at Elmhurst University. Surrounding himself with great assistant coaches. Of course, we all know Mac Hardin and the great career he's had here at Elmhurst, along with Carter Meyer. And boy, they are winning the recruiting wars. They are getting players from all over the country, on the West Coast, California. Here's Marcus Yandal here, coming out here to the near wing. Now they bring it behind the cage to Nordman. 10-8 Blue Jays. Nordman lost it and picked it right back up. 33 seconds to go on the shot clock. Nordman curls around, shoots from down under and scores. unassisted for Cullen Nordman here with 11:29 remaining here in the third quarter. A big goal for Cullen Nordman, and the Blue Jays are back up by 3. Cullen curled around from behind the cage and shot it down under to get the goal as he got it past Cameron Duffy, the goalkeeper. And the lead is back up to 3 now for the Blue Jays, 11-8. Boy, that was a big goal by Nordman. Grebe trying to pick up the ground ball, and he does, and the Blue Jays win the face-off. Elmhurst with the ball, leading by 3. Marcus flips it behind the cage to Luke. Ben will work it the other side now. Berkey up top to Grebe. Jake waits for Freerich to come back, and now he's got it at the point. Now to Nordman. Just under 11 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Blue Jays trying to take care of business here at home. They are undefeated here at Langhorse Field this season at 4-0. Conference opener for the Blue Jays. Nordman got cut off. Good defense by Trevor Moore. Wide open by Berkey. His shot is wide to the right. Good effort that time by Ben, who, as I mentioned, had 3 goals in that shutout win against Hanover. Was back on April 3rd. Blue Jays winning 19-0. First shutout for the Blue Jays since 2015. Luke, that shot. It may have been partially deflected that time by Connor Malley, number 26. Blue Jays retain possession here as we approach the 10-minute mark of this third quarter. Shooting Nordman. Wide to the right. Ball loose. Grebe with the check and picks up the ground ball. Grebe tried to flip it to Freerich, and we've got an offsides, and it's going to go against, it'll go to Augustana. Ball down, and it's scooped up by the Vikings. Ball is down now, and it's going to trickle out of bounds and go to the Blue Jays. So Augustana cannot clear it, and the Blue Jays in possession here. Got the ball leading by 3, 11-8 Blue Jays. Berkey passes it out to the wing. Now up top is Nordman. And Elmhurst just trying to get their breath here for a second. Marcus coming out here on the near wing, curling, trying to find an open shot. He cannot. Skip pass over to Grebe. Grebe takes the shot, and the save by Duffy. Duffy will go behind the net and now flip it ahead. Just over 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 11-8 Elmhurst. Boy, you sort of feel that whoever scores the next goal, if Augie scores the next goal, they're right into it. They're only down 2. Blue Jays score, they're up by 4 and in pretty good shape. Ball is down on the ground, picked up by Moran, and now here come the Blue Jays on the attack. Berkey with a nice pass to Luke. Luke scores. Give the assist to Berkey. It's a 4-goal lead. Much to the delight of this Blue Jay crowd. 4th goal of the game for Ben Luke. Yet another assist for Ben Berkey. Boy, that was nice. That was a sweet pass from Berkey. And Ben Luke connecting once again, his 4th goal of the game. And it is now a 4-goal lead. So a big, big goal for the Blue Jays as they lead it by 4. Ball down, Moran trying to get there, and he cannot. Instead, it's a whistle. And Augie is going to get control of the ball and win the faceoff. Preston at the point as he flips it over to Bob Robertson, younger brother of Steve Robertson. Steve has a couple of goals in the first half for the Vikings. Preston Good pressure by Moran. Preston curling around. Again, Moran with the check. Shot clock at 43 now. Good defense by the Blue Jays as Augie works it behind the net now. Geese, the freshman, guarded nicely by Swank. Ball down on the ground, shot clock at 26. Robertson tried to get it to Teschke, now he does. Teschke getting it up to midfield, and now we've got a violation and a turnover. It'll be Blue Jay ball here. So good defensive effort that time by the Blue Jays, and they're rewarded with the ball. Here's Berkey. Berkey makes the move, shoots and scores! So Ben Berkey with 7:19 remaining here in the third brings the Blue Jays up by 5. So a couple of back-to-back goals by Bens, if you will. A Ben Berkey and a Ben Luke. Blue Jays up by 5. 13-8. And ball down on the ground. It's scooped up by the Vikings. They will win the face-off as Duffy, the goalkeeper, will start this offensive possession. Coming up and passing it to Uselli. Uselli guarded by Castaneda. And a whistle here and a timeout. Timeout taken by Augustana, and head coach Dan Torrey, or no, they did not call a timeout. Instead, it was just a turnover. Blue Jays go down, Blue Jay player goes down on the ground, and who was that? Looked like that was Dan Keese. Popped right back up. It'll be Blue Jay ball here. Keese restarts it by flipping it to Freerich. 6:45 to go here in the third. Blue Jays led by 3 at the half. They lead it by 5 right now. Ben Luke dropped it and picked it right back up. And now here's Nordman. The Blue Jays are going to be patient on this possession here. Nordman still with it, now backs out, passes it out to the wing to Freerich as they work it behind the net to Marcus Yandal. Marcus curling around. Ooh, he had an open look. Instead tried to pass it off to Berkey. Ball down on the ground. Scooped up by Augustana. Vikings now on the attack. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Now at the point, Shane Forsythe as he passes it off to Sam Shaver. Shaver working on Moran. Blue Jays have done a nice job defensively on this man here, Trevor Moore. Moore does have a goal. As he tries to get loose, takes the shot. Jake Delgado with the save for the Blue Jays, and now a whistle, and what's the call here? Looks like they're giving the ball to the Vikings here. As they restart it here, fresh new shot clock for Augustana. 13-8, Blue Jays with the lead. Forsythe at the top. Gets checked and he'll come back out. Forsythe again. He'll take the shot, deflected off a Blue Jay defender. Ball down on the ground, and it's going to be scooped up by Tony Marbs of the Blue Jays. Marbs' pass is picked off by Teschke. Teschke looking to break free. He shoots just wide to the right of Delgado as the Blue Jays escape. That time, wow, Mark Teschke with the pick and had a great opportunity to score, but just couldn't get it done. Ryan Swank now with the ball for the Blue Jays. 4.5 minutes left here in the third. Blue Jays looking for a penalty, not getting it. Freerich getting checked, spins, turns. Now takes the shot, and it's no good. Nice save, partially deflected by Duffy. Starting to heat up just a little bit here in the third quarter. Blue Jays with the lead, 13-8. Marcus Yundal trying to calm things down a bit. Up at the point now is Sante Dybowski, who's trying to sprint after it, but it goes out of bounds, and the ball going to the Vikings. Blue Jays turn the ball over. Ooh, a big hit by Berkey. There's the flag. And that's going to be a cross-checking. That's probably going to be a 2-minute deal. And so the Vikings will have a man-up situation here with 4:03 remaining here in the third. Berkey just trying to be a little too aggressive, and he'll come down and take a knee. Question is, for how long? Looks like it's just a 1-minute penalty. So a man-up situation here for Augustana here, as the Vikings find themselves trailing by 5. So this, a great opportunity for Augustana to score a goal here, as the Blue Jays are shorthanded here. Augie trailing by 5. Don't have these opportunities too often here. The Vikings trying to capitalize. And they cannot, and it's defended nicely by the Blue Jays. Trent Nyberg coming away with it. Trying to burn up the penalty here as the Blue Jays with the ball in a man-down situation here. Ryan Camerata, number 31, some fancy footwork for the Blue Jays. Behind the cage is Freerich as he works it out to the far wing to Marcus Yundal. Nordman back into the game offensively for Elmhurst. Marcus. Double teamed behind the cage. Now flips it off to Andrew. And Andrew will jog it behind the net here. 37 seconds remaining. Penalty by Berkey is over. Both teams at full strength now. So nice job by the Blue Jays to wave off the penalty by Berkey. Here is Berkey. He takes the shot, and it's wide to the right. Great job by Elmhurst, not allowing Augustana to score in the man-up situation. Jake Grebe, number 3, back into the game for Elmhurst. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 2:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Blue Jays trying to win their conference opener here at home and remain undefeated here at Langhorst Field. Blue Jays trying to go 5-0 here at home this season. Blue Jays would improve to 8-2 on the year, but there's still plenty of lacrosse to be played. 2:49 left to play here. We are in the third quarter. Here's Marcus trying to break free. And a shot and a goal. Actually, it was a man-up situation here as the penalty against Shane Forsyth against Augustana. So the Blue Jays score the goal with a man up. It is now 14-8. Andrew Freerich scoring the goal for the Blue Jays. For Freerich, that is goal number 4 on the afternoon. And it's now 14-8. Blue Jays enjoying their biggest lead of the afternoon. It's a 6-goal lead. And Augustana comes right back and scores the goal. That's John Calabrese. So just 8 seconds after Elmhurst scores a goal, John Calabrese scores his second goal of the quarter, and it is now 14-9. John Calabrese. Remember, he scored the goal with just 9 seconds into this third quarter to make it 10-8. And so he scores his second goal of the quarter here with 2:26 to play to make it 14-9. Blue Jays by 5 here as the final moments of the third quarter coming to an end here. We are exactly at the 2-minute mark. By the way, if you're wondering who the Blue Jays will play here at home the rest of the regular season, a week from tonight, 7:30, and there's a shot and a goal by Freerich again. Comes with 1:40 to play here in the third. Freerich with his 5th goal of the game.
Unassisted Elmhurst goal.
Unassisted.
Andrew Ferenczi.
So that makes it now 15-9. The lead is back up to 6. A week from tonight, we'll have it for you. They'll play Dubuque here at Langhorst Field. And then April 24th, Illinois Wesleyan. That's at 1 o'clock. Face-off. Final 2 home games for the Blue Jays. Again, April 21st, Dubuque. That's 7:30. Face-off. April 24th, Illinois Wesleyan, Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We will bring you both of those games live here on BlueJayTV.com. And boy, both of those two, as there's a save by Delgado, both of those 2 games against Dubuque and Illinois Wesleyan are going to be beauties, just like this afternoon's game. Illinois Wesleyan, they always have an army of players that comes to town. Always talented and always highly ranked year after year. And Illinois Wesleyan gave these Vikings their conference opening loss. 14-8 was the final in that one as Illinois Wesleyan defeated Augustana. That was back on April 1st. Augie actually led, as I mentioned earlier, 3-1 against Illinois Wesleyan. But then 6 straight goals by Illinois Wesleyan, and the Titans went on to win 14-8. So that'll be a big test for Coach Morrell and the Blue Jays. That's in a couple of weeks. But first things first here, they need to close out and get a good win against Augustana. Boy, this is a tough Vikings opponent. It's a tough team. Exactly 1 minute remaining here in the third. 15-9. Blue Jays with the lead. Oh, wide open was Sam Shaver. He couldn't quite get the hands on the ball. That shot attempt by Shane Forsyth is wide to the left. Steve Robertson will restart it for the Vikings. Passes it off to Sam Shaver, up on top to Forsyth. Shaver takes the shot, partially deflected. I think that went off the leg of Tony Marbs. Taking the shot is Steve Robertson, and Delgado will get the save. Oh, a diving headfirst slide by Trent Nyberg. And Augie will turn it over. Trent will start things over here for the Blue Jays. Trent gets it to Delgado, to Moran. 14 seconds to go. Can the Blue Jays get a shot off here? Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Moran to Marcus Yandal. Marcus looks up at the clock, flips it over. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Spin move by Luke. Luke takes the shot. And the save by Cameron Duffy, and that's how the third quarter ends. (15-9) in favor of the Blue Jays as we head into the final 15 minutes of this one. Great effort once again by Coach Morrell's Blue Jays here at a wet Langhorst Field on the campus of Elmhurst University. We thank you again for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action here from beautiful Elmhurst University. Blue Jays lead it by 6, 15-9. Augustana led at the end of the first 15 minutes by a score of 4-3. Blue Jays had a really good second quarter as they went into the halftime break leading by a score of 10-7. And now here at the end of the third quarter, they lead it by 6, 15-9 over Augustana. By the way, other action in the CCIW today, Carthage is at Illinois Wesleyan today. So both of those two ball clubs are 1-0 in the conference. Dubuque is in Naperville to take on North Central. The Cardinals are 7-1 on the year. North Central 1-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, Dubuque is 4-3 overall and 0-1 in the CCIW. So Castaneda and John Calabrese on the face-off here to start the fourth quarter. Again, we welcome you, please, to stick around after the game. Our Senior Day festivities will begin about 5 minutes or so at the conclusion of this game. So make sure you're logged on for Senior Day festivities after this afternoon's game. Blue Jays will be honoring 8 valuable senior members of this Blue Jays lacrosse team after the game today. So Augustana now in possession, trailing by 6 here to start the fourth quarter. Sam Shaver now with a sprint as he passes it behind the net. Teschke gets it back to Shaver. Sam makes the move, got cut off nicely by Moran. Ooh, up top through the wickets there of Shane Forsyth. I think Shane may have thought about shooting before he had possession of the ball. And now the Blue Jays on the attack here, leading by 6. And it'll be interesting to see how the Berkey, the shot attempt there. Be interesting to see how the Blue Jays play it here, if they remain very aggressive or if they try to kind of just run some clock a little bit here in the final 13 and a half minutes of this one. They have a 6-goal lead. Knowing Coach Morrell, though, they're going to remain aggressive and take the good shot if it comes early on in the shot clock. But Augie in possession of the ball right now. Carson Geese, the freshman, passes it up to the point to Jack Preston. Back to Geese. Good pressure defense that time by Keese. So you've got Keese on Geese. Can't make that up, folks. I get the look from Phil Petrusik like, what are you talking about? Well, there's a loose ball and a turnover. So this ball goes out of bounds, and it will go to the Blue Jays. An unforced error, a turnover, if you will, for the Vikings. Yeah, Carson Geese is a freshman, and Daniel Keese is a sophomore for Elmhurst. So Keese on Geese. 12:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Blue Jays turn the ball, by the way, right back over to the Vikings here. So Augie with the ball trailing by 6. But Augie, they're only going to have a number of possessions here. Still obviously plenty of time left, but it's going to be a tall mountain to climb. They find themselves trailing by 6 goals here. As the Blue Jays trying to win their conference opener here at home. Here's Geese. Gets double teamed, takes the shot. Delgado trying to cover up, and he does from behind the net. Flips it over to Braden King. King ahead to Dan Keese. Berkey takes the shot, and it goes down to the ground. It's saved nicely by Duffy. And now Augie scoops it up, and the Vikings in possession. Dylan Dror loses a stick, ball down on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Jacob Hunter of the Blue Jays. Now the ball's still down on the ground, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Vikings. Boy, both teams starting to become a little more aggressive, is starting to become a bit more physical out there here. Nice spin move by Freerich to get out of that. And now he's into the front. And now a penalty comes down. Yeah, tempers were starting to flare just a little bit, and now a flag comes out. And I think this one may go against Augustana. Blue Jays should have a man-up situation here. They've got possession. Grebe now at the point. Off to Yendall. We are exactly at the 11-minute mark. Yendall fires. And the save by Duffy that stops the clock. And now we'll get an explanation as to what the penalty flag is all about. 1 minute slashing penalty against Mark Teschke. So indeed a man-up situation for the Blue Jays here with 10:58 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So now the Blue Jays, obviously with a man up, they can just kind of take their time and run a bunch of clock off here. Or they can try to be aggressive and be up by 7. Right now they lead by 6. And right now, they're just kind of working it around the perimeter, being very, very patient. And the shot on goal by Jake Grebe, partially deflected by Duffy. New shot clock for the Blue Jays here. 10.5 minutes remaining. 30 seconds left to go on the Teschke penalty. Blue Jays doing a nice job of running the clock, and of course, again, in a man-up situation. Oh, Grebe lost control of the ball. Ball down on the ground, but over comes Moran and scoops it up. Oh, check that, that's Freerich that came over and scooped it up. Nice play by Andrew. Marcus now will backpedal. Gets double teamed as the penalty is over. Both teams at full strength right now. 9:50 to go. Boy, Elmhurst rattled off at least a minute on this possession. Taking the shot, Marcus, and the save by Duffy. So even though the Blue Jays didn't get a goal out of that possession, they took off a bunch of clock. We're already at 9.5 minutes remaining. Blue Jays up by 6 on Senior Day here at Langhorst Field. Teschke here on the near wing for the Vikings. Mark, a junior from Orland Park. Grasser now working behind the net, and he is guarded by Moran. Grasser with a nice pass. Up top, the shot is wide to the right by Shane Forsythe. Teschke dropped it on the ground, but coming over to pick it up was Forsythe. Teschke back to Forsythe. Backpedaling is Trevor Moore. Moore guarded by Moran this time. Moore takes the shot and scores. So Trevor Moore scores the first goal of the fourth quarter. And it's now 15-10. Unassisted goal by Trevor Moore, and that kind of gets the Vikings bench fired up just a little bit. Second goal of the afternoon for Trevor Moore, and it's now 15-10. Blue Jays lead by 5 here with 8:38 remaining. Can the Vikings have enough opportunities to get back into this game? And again, these face-offs are so important. This one is picked up by the Vikings. So a goal here by Augustana would cut the lead down to 4. Moore, guarded by Trent Nyberg. Moore flips it out to the wing. Up at the point is Shane Forsyth. Now coming in is Shaver with the ball now. Sam looks over his shoulder, passes it up to Grasser. And Forsyth will back it out. Under 8 minutes to go. Forsyth takes the shot, and it's wide to the left. Steve Robertson will restart it for the Vikings. Shaver behind the net now. Back to Shaver. Moore lost control, ball down on the ground, and it's finally picked up by Forsyth. Forsyth to Teschke. Teschke trying to break free, takes the shot, saved by Delgado. Jake trying to get possession behind the net. He loses his stick. And now Jake finally picks it up and gets back to the cage area. Wow. Blue Jays in possession now, Trent Nyberg. Dangerous play by Jake Delgado, but it worked out well for the Blue Jays. Jake directing traffic now, telling Trent to throw it upfield. One bounce and the save by Cameron Duffy, the goalkeeper for Augustana. Vikings now on the attack here. Keep that clock moving. 6:50 remaining. Shot, and that one is off to the left, wide and low by Shane Forsyth. (15-10) in favor of the Blue Jays as Elmhurst trying to win their conference opener here today. Boy, Augustana, if they would lose here, they would go to 0-2 in conference play and lose to some pretty good teams. They would lose to Illinois Wesleyan, and then they would fall here to this Elmhurst team. This is a good Augustana ball club. Here's Nordman on the near wing. Boy, nice little spin move that time. Breaks free, takes the shot high into the right. Marcus Yendall will restart it behind the cage for the Blue Jays. 15-10, Elmhurst. We are at the 6-minute mark of this one. Marcus Yendall now behind the cage after getting the pass from Berkey. Marcus not there. And he'll bring it back out. Paul Huber with good pressure defense, number 91 for the Vikings. That one shot by Marcus is wide to the left. And they do reset the shot clock. So the Blue Jays get a fresh 80 seconds here. 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. Ooh, a high pass. Freerich can't come up with it. He's sprinting towards battle against Matteo Uselli, and it's Matteo who loses the ball to Marcus Yendall. So the Blue Jays in possession here. 50 seconds on the shot clock. Berkey curling around, passes it. Tried to get it to Jake Grebe, who was open just for a second in the crease. But they turn it over here to the Vikings. Huber, a nice pass. Teschke, shot is wide to the left. Trevor Moore will restart for Augustana. We're under 5 minutes to play here. Blue Jays have yet to score here in this fourth quarter. And just one goal for the Augustana Vikings, that coming by Trevor Moore with 8:38 remaining. That one, I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot that time by Bob Robertson. He was passing it, I believe, to his brother, Steve. But they turned the ball over, and so now the Blue Jays with a chance to run more clock off. Leading by 5, 15-10. Here's Jake Grebe with it. Nordman brings it behind the net. Ben Luke with it. As long as the Blue Jays don't have any unforced errors, it looks like they're going to be in pretty good shape here as we are at the 4-minute mark of this one. Blue Jays with the ball, leading by 5. 15-10 Elmhurst. Dybowski pivots, flips it behind the net. Here's Grebe, wide open. Oh, he got possession, and in midair, he flicked it, and it was high. Boy, he was wide open for that. 3.5 left. Marcus curls, shoots, and scores. And that will put the nail in the coffin, I believe, here. 3:24 to go. Marcus Yandal scores the hat trick for the Blue Jays, and the lead is now back up to 6. Take another look at it here. Marcus unassisted, and he becomes the 3rd player to get a hat trick. 16-10, and that should do it, even though there's 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. Blue Jays are in pretty good shape here. Augie wins the faceoff. John Calabrese has done a nice job on the faceoffs for the Vikings, and he loses it, and it goes right into the stick of Jake Delgado, the goalkeeper. Blue Jays now in possession and in control of this game. Exactly 3 minutes remaining. Blue Jays with possession and a 6-goal lead. Boy, just another great effort as the Blue Jays turn the ball over here. This is a very good Augustana team. The Vikings, they applied some pressure early on. As I mentioned, the Augustana led at the end of the first quarter, 4-3. But then the Blue Jays turned it up a notch. We've got a penalty flag down. Stoppage of play right now with 2:26 remaining. See what the penalty flag is all about here. Well, Trent Nyberg will come out. Unnecessary roughness, I believe. He will have the penalty. So a man-up situation here for Augustana with 2:26 remaining. Trent gets some encouragement there on the sideline by Cullen Nordman. So a man-up situation for the Vikings. And coming in close, taking the shot, Carson Geese. But I believe it went off the post. Geese will restart it for Augustana. Teschke. They work it around. Here's Moore. Teschke. Oh, and through the wicket of the freshman Carson Geese. And so an unforced turnover for Augustana. So the Blue Jays with the ball right now, down a man. And so you know that they're just going to try to play keeper race, spread the field. There's a double team and losing the ball and going out of bounds as the Blue Jays turn it over. Back into the game, Ryan Camerata and Moran for the Blue Jays defensively. Into the game, Jack Preston for the Vikings. Still a man-up situation for Augustana. Teschke tried to hit us slashing Shane Forsyth, but he couldn't handle the pass, and now Ben Luke scoops it up. 1:26 to go. Ben Luke jogs behind the net. Blue Jays will remain undefeated here at home. Here's Berkey, that's Marcus Yandal coming out, double team. They're just chasing him right now. And Marcus is basically saying, catch me if you can. High arching shot towards the goal. Under a minute to play now, and Augustana with the ball. Here's Duffy, the goalkeeper. Gets it ahead, intended for Teschke. Down on the ground, Trent Nyberg lets it go. Oh, smart move by Trent as it just goes out of bounds. And he will start it right back up as he gives it to Jake Delgado. 42 seconds remaining in this one. 16-10 is your score on Senior Day. Don't forget, at the conclusion of this game, you'll want to stick around for our Senior Day celebration as we will honor the 8 seniors here at Elmhurst University. 13 seconds remaining. Sante Dybowski with the ball behind the cage. And Sante looks up at the clock. It's winding down. And that will do it. Your final score here from Langhorst Field. The Blue Jays with another great effort as they win their conference season opener against the Augustana Vikings by a score of 16-10. So the Blue Jays, with the victory, remain undefeated here at home. They will improve now to 8-2 overall and 5-0 here at Langhorst Field. So as is tradition, they will go and ring the bell here at Langhorst Field, which they like to do after every victory. Meanwhile, Augustana will fall to 0-2 in the CCIW, and they will fall to 4-4 on the year. Upcoming season for the Blue Jays here, I mentioned 1 week from today, actually tonight, it'll be 1 week from tonight, 7:30 is the first face-off against Dubuque here at home. April 21st against Dubuque, that's a 7:30 face-off. The Blue Jays, though, will be on the road on April 14th. There's the ringing of the bell. They'll be in Wisconsin to take on Carthage at 7 o'clock. So that's the next game for the Blue Jays. It will be April 14th at 7 o'clock against Carthage. And then the next game we will have for men's lacrosse will be a week from today. It will be against Dubuque. Dubuque, of course, a member of the CCIW in men's lacrosse. That is a 7:30 face-off. That is a tough ball game. And then not to overlook, but the final home game of the regular season will be here against Illinois Wesleyan, April 24th. That's a Saturday. That will be a 1 o'clock start. So 2 more tough games here at home. Really, any team in the CCIW is tough, but the Blue Jays, with a nice effort here today, to go to 1-0 in the CCIW. And again, their next 2 home games, Dubuque in a week. That's a 7:30 face-off. And then on April 24th, 1 o'clock start, that will be against Illinois Wesleyan. Meanwhile, the Augustana Vikings, they'll be at Dubuque on April 14th. They'll be taking on Carroll on April 17th. And then they'll be on the road at Carthage on April 24th, and they'll finish the regular season against a very good North Central team at home on April 29th. That's a 7 o'clock face-off, Augustana against North Central. So again, your final score here this afternoon, 16-10 in favor of the Blue Jays as they win it against the Augustana Vikings. At the end of the first quarter, kind of recap just a little bit here, as the Vikings led by 1 at the end of the first quarter by a score of 4-3. But a really good second quarter by the Blue Jays as they went into the break leading by a score of 10-7. And then at the end of the third quarter, the Blue Jays led 15-9. And each team scoring just 1 goal in the fourth quarter. Trevor Moore scoring a goal with 8:38 left to play in the game to pull the Vikings to within 5 at 15-10. But then the final goal of the game coming by the Blue Jays, Marcus Yandal, with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the game. Sort of the insurance goal for the Blue Jays. And that gave the Blue Jays a 16-10 lead. And that is what your final score is. 16-10, the Blue Jays coming away with the victory here today. So in just a couple of moments, our Senior Day festivities will get underway as the Blue Jays will honor all of the 8 seniors here this afternoon. Just to let you know who those seniors will be, as the parents are coming out from the stands and they're congregating on the field here next to their sons as we're getting the ceremonies just about ready to go here. The Jacob Delgado, the goalkeeper, Chandler Forster, Andrew Freerich, Ryan Moran, Cullen Nordman, Trent Nyberg, Luke Richardson, and Marcus Yendall will be the 8 players being recognized, the 8 seniors here today for Senior Day. Great afternoon of men's lacrosse as the Blue Jays once again coming away with the victory by a score of 16-10 over the Augustana Vikings. Again, other action in the CCIW today. A good one down in Bloomington. Carthage is at Illinois Wesleyan. Illinois Wesleyan and Carthage both won their conference openers. So both of those two teams were heading into that game both 1-0 in conference play. And the other conference game being played today in Naperville, Dubuque taking on the Cardinals of North Central College. Dubuque 0-1 in the CCIW. Meanwhile, North Central won its conference opener, so North Central is 1-0 in the CCIW. Still a light rain coming down here on Langhorse Field, but we are just about ready for Senior Day. And for that, let's go to the public address announcer. Here is CJ Calante.
Welcome to Elmhurst University Men's Lacrosse Senior Day. First up, we have number 8, Jacob Delgado. Jacob is a 4-year letter winner and has played 41 games, making 37 starts in goal for the Blue Jays. The goalkeeper started out his career earning first-team all-conference honor while posting an 11-2 record in net during the 2018 season. He holds the record for the lowest career goals against average at 8.34. He holds a career record for wins with 23. He also currently holds the second highest save percentage in the program's history at 55%. In his career, he has played in 41 games while recording 2,142 minutes. Jacob is a graduate of Ponderosa High School in Parker, Colorado, and is accompanied by his parents, Vanessa and David Delgado. Next up, number 12, Chandler Forster. Chandler is a 4-year team member for the Blue Jays. The midfielder has battled injuries throughout the 4 years while appearing in 3 games during the 2019 season. Chandler is a graduate of Anoka High School in Ramsey, Minnesota, and is accompanied by his parents Janet Cannell and Josh Forster. Next, number 26, Andrew Freerich. Andrew is a 4-year letter winner and has played in 47 games while making 21 starts for the Blue Jays. The midfielder has recorded 115 points, tied for the 5th most in program history. He's totaled 76 goals, also the 5th most in program history, and 39 assists, the 6th most in program history. He is tied for the 2nd highest points in a game with 11 against Adrian in 2018. He earned an all-conference selection in 2019. Freerich is a graduate from Ralston Valley in Arvada, Colorado, and is accompanied by Dana and Vince Freerich. Next up, number 22, Ryan Moran. Ryan is a 4-year letter winner and has played in 30 games for the Blue Jays. The short stick defender has totaled 44 ground balls and caused 16 turnovers in his career. He has also added 8 goals while posting a .471 shooting percentage during his 4 years. Ryan is a graduate of Eastview High School in Eagan, Minnesota, and is accompanied by his parents, Molly and Dave Moran. Next, number 14, Cullen Nordman. Cullen is a 4-year letter winner and has played in 41 games while making 13 starts at the midfield for the Blue Jays. The midfielder has totaled 115 points in his career, tied for the 5th most in program history, and has netted 59 goals, the 8th highest total in school history. He has recorded 56 assists, the 4th most in program history. Norman is tied 2nd for the most assists in a single season with 23 in 2019. Cullen is a graduate of Cheyenne Mountain High School in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and is accompanied by his mother, Katie Lester Work. Next, defender number 10, Trent Nyberg. Trent is a 4-year letter winner and has started all 47 games he has played in for the Blue Jays. The defender has recorded 57 caused turnovers in his career, the third most in program history. He has recorded 124 ground balls over his 4 years. The long stick midfielder has posted 21 points in his career, totaling 12 goals and 9 assists. He earned first team All-Conference and honorable mention All-Region accolades in 2018, his first season as a Blue Jay. Trent is a graduate of Carlsbad High School in Carlsbad, California, and is accompanied by his mother, Kim Klein. Next, number 40, Luke Richardson. Luke is a 4-year letter winner and has played in 21 games for the Blue Jays. The attackman and man-up specialist has recorded 14 points, 9 goals, and 5 assists over his career. Luke is a graduate of Albany Academies in Albany, New York, and is accompanied by his parents, Chris and Todd Richardson. Finally, the attackman, number 1, Marcus Yendel. Marcus is a 4-year letter winner and has played in 48 games, making 32 starts at attack for the Blue Jays. The attackman currently holds the most assists in program history with 92. He holds the second most points in program history with 183 and has recorded 91 goals in his career, the fourth most in program history. During the 2019 season, he recorded the most assists in one season with 41 and the second most points in a season with 79. Finally, Yandel holds the program's record for the most assists in one game with 8 against Alma in 2019. He earned all-conference honors for the 2018 and 19 seasons. Marcus is a graduate from Cathedral Catholic High School in San Diego, California, and is accompanied by his parents, Marla and Patrick Yandel. Give it up for your 2021 Elmhurst Blue Jays seniors!
So there you have it. Congratulations to all 8 of the seniors: Jacob Delgado, Chandler Forrester, Andrew Freerich, Ryan Moran, Cullen Nordman, Trent Nyberg, Luke Richardson, and Marcus Yendal. Once again, your final score here from Langhorse Field. The Blue Jays get the victory 16-10 over Augustana. The Blue Jays now 8-2 overall. The Vikings 4-4. Have a great afternoon. Mark Kruger. So long, everybody.